Clown of the Week, part 2 this week, I know a lot of you have been waiting for this, goes to none other than Neera Tanden. Now, you guys may be asking, oh, why is Neera Tanden getting Clown of the Week this week? Perhaps because of her blatant corruption. Perhaps because she worked for a company that was basically Hillary Clinton's shell government that was taking foreign money, foreign donations from billionaires, etc. Perhaps that's the reason. But no, actually there's another reason. There's plenty of reasons why she could get Clown of the Week. But this week specifically, she's getting Clown of the Week for, well, take a look for yourself.
Director is not a partisan in particular, because you have to have these kinds of relationships. I believe that the tone, the content, and the aggressive partisanship of some of your public statements have added to the troubling trend of more incivility and division in our public life. And in your case, I'm concerned that your personal attacks about specific senators will make it more difficult for you to work with them. Just to mention a few of the thousands of negative public statements, you wrote that Susan Collins is, quote, the worst, that Tom Cotton is a fraud, that vampires have more heart than Ted Cruz. You called Leader McConnell Moscow Mitch and Voldemort, and on and on. I wonder specifically, how do you plan to mend fences and build relationships with members of Congress you have attacked through your public statements?
Senator, I very much appreciate that question. I recognize the concern. I deeply regret and apologize for my language and some of my past language. I recognize that this role is a bipartisan role, and I know I have to earn the trust of senators across the board. I will work very aggressively to meet that concern.
This is so bad. Like, this is so insufferable. So, for those of you who don't know who Neera Tanden is, she is a political consultant, former government official. I believe she served, who did she serve with? She served, she worked on a lot of different campaigns, Bill Clinton, Barack Obama, etc. I think she might have worked in the Obama administration. Don't quote me. But she's most known for being the president of the Center for American Progress. Now, the Center of American Progress basically is Hillary Clinton's shell government. You know, if Hillary Clinton got elected, basically all those people who are part of the center were going to be in her cabinet. And they're very corrupt. They took money from foreign companies, foreign governments, etc. Those people were essentially buying influence by investing into the Center for American Progress. So when Hillary got in office, she could, basically, they could get her to do whatever they wanted because they had bought her off. Now, fast forward to now, Neera Tanden has been nominated by Joe Biden to be the office, the director of the Office of Management and Budget. So she'd be working alongside Bernie Sanders. And Bernie Sanders, everyone knows, Neera Tanden tried to destroy Bernie Sanders' campaign for president. And, you know, she kind of started the whole Bernie bro thing. And, you know, we on the left, we hate her till this day. So, yes, this person is very corrupt and just not a good person and shouldn't be serving in any presidential cabinet. But that's not why we're talking about this. The reason why she's getting Clown of the Week is because that was just so fake. Like, Neera Tanden, if you guys don't know, I know I've seen some people say, I've seen Kyle and Crystal say on their show, she tweets more than Trump. And credit to Kyle, actually, because this clip wouldn't have come to my attention if it wasn't for him. She tweets more than Donald Trump. She was always attacking Republicans and sometimes Democrats like Bernie Sanders. But, I mean, the things that, and she's very unhinged. But now that she's getting this political position, she's apologizing for tweets. And I think she deleted the tweets. I'm like, oh my God. Like, she deleted the tweets. I'm like, that's just the most. It's just, I'm sorry. You're basically an establishment cuck at this point. Like, the thing she was saying, Tom Cotton is a fraud. Vampires have more heart than Ted Cruz. That was funny. These things are true. What did she say? Liz Cheney was the worst. Liz Cheney is the worst. Like, all these things are true. Now, it's funny coming from Tander because she's corrupt, but nothing she said was not true. Well, except for the Moscow Mitch part, because Russiagate is basically a hoax. I mean, it's basically a lie. It's a conspiracy theory for Democrats. Republicans get QAnon, Democrats get Russiagate. But besides the Moscow Mitch thing, everything else was pretty much true. So why are you apologizing for speaking your mind? And now you're like, and there was another thing later on where she was like, I want to apologize for Ted Cruz for saying that vampires have more heart than him. I'm just like this is just so fake. And it just goes to show you in Washington, D.C., how they really value that, civility, or I said civility, is that even a word? But that, but like being civil and, polite society and decorum. And I want to apologize. I have said offensive things and I would love to work with you in a bipartisan way. Like, give me a fucking break, man. Like, this stuff makes you want to throw up in your mouth. It's like, it's so fake. Like, we know she doesn't like Ted Cruz. We know she doesn't like Tom Cotton. But yet, she's going to pretend that she does and pretend that she wants to work with them just so she can get the position. And the most nauseating thing about this is everyone knows that this is fake. Everyone knows that she's insincere. But they don't care because they want to hold up a facade or a mirage of, this decorum and, there's a certain way we act and a certain things that we say and we do things very proper over here. Want to sip some English Earl Grey tea? Like it's just so fake. It's so fake, it's so fake. And everyone knows it's fake, but they just go along with it because this is the game that you have to play when you're in Washington, D.C., this is the game you have to play. So, yeah, she's clown of the week for this, fake display, basically to grab more power, and also for deleting the tweets. Like, I mean, we know you tweeted it. We have screenshots. Like, why are you deleting the tweet? Just own it. You just own up to what you said. Own up to what you said. Stand by it. Don't delete the tweets. Like, it's just... this is so fake, man. Like, it's just watching, like, just how fake it is that she's apologizing, giving a fake apology. Everyone knows it's fake, but they're going to sit there and say, I think that she'll do great in the office, and they're going to confirm her anyway. It's just so insufferable, and it's quite frankly sickening to watch. Just the level of fakeness that's going on here. Clown of the Week, part 2 this week, Nera Tander.